Hey Luke, it's Greg. We connected on the Handyman Kansas City Facebook group, and you said that you could use any help you could get on how to find new customers. So I'm going to talk to you about your website. I'm going to run through your website. I'm going to give you some suggestions as to what you can do. You can start doing tomorrow to get more customers finding your website to get your business growing. So the reason I do this is because business owners, local business owners, often are too busy doing the work to think about growing or marketing. And if they do want to grow and they do want to do marketing, they don't know who to trust, and they don't know who the experts are. So I put these videos together to show you what I would do in the hopes of winning your trust, and perhaps you down the track, if you need these services, you come to me and I can help you out. So without further ado, Luke, let me give you a real quick overview. So it's about getting to the top of Google. If you're not at the top of Google, you're missing out on all the traffic. No one sees the second page. Okay, if you're on the second page, basically you're nowhere, unfortunately. If you're in the top 3 results and you're in the map pack, you get 90% of all the traffic. That's a great place to be. And it is possible to win both of those spots. I'm going to talk about 3 things here, the way that I approach this problem of getting to the top of Google. Content. Your website needs words and images, quality and quantity. Backlinks. This is Google's popularity contest, the number of times your website links to another website. If Google trusts those websites, then they will, by association, trust yours too. And if they trust you, they'll rank you. The third thing here is citations, and that just is the number of times that your business name, address, and phone number are mentioned in a directory online, both local and national. These 3 things together allow Google to understand that you have authority in your area. You know what you're talking about, that you're trustworthy, and that you are relevant to people searching for your services in Google. Okay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about content. I'm looking at your website here, Luke, and the first thing I'll say is it's a super cool graphic here. I like it. There are 2 things we want to think about. The first thing we want to think about is what your customers feel when they arrive. So this is about conversion. When we get customers landing on your website, we want them to be engaged and to understand exactly what it is that they're there for. We've got 3 seconds to do this. So we would talk about some factors that we can add to your site here to drive conversion once you get traffic coming here. There's no point driving a whole bunch of people to your website if they just bounce off and don't engage with you. So that's the first thing. That's the aesthetics of it. But Google doesn't care about aesthetics. They care about content, quality and quantity. The quantity side of things, that's just the number of words sheerly that you have on your site. You currently have 555 words throughout your site. What is recommended is that you have at least 1,500 words on the homepage and at least 500 words per services page that you have in the back end. And that is a separate page for each service. The reason why this matters is because if Google sees that you've written all these words about your services, they assume that you're an authority in this area. They assume that you know what you're talking about. And if they assume that you know what you're talking about, their customers are going to be happy. Secondly, if you have a lot of words, Google wants their customers, the people using their search engine, to get the answers they're looking for. So if you have a lot of words, they assume that the answers are somewhere on your site. This is why you're probably about 4,000 or 5,000 words short of being a really effective, visible site to Google. The other thing is quality. So what really matters is the words that you use when writing your site. We talk about keywords or keyword phrases. A keyword phrase, for example, is what I just searched for here. Electrician KCMO. Okay, this is a very common keyword phrase. Or you could, for example, be a bit more specific. Electrician Independence, right? Or Overland Park, or whatever the case may be. Now, if you have these keywords and as many of them as possible, the right ones written into your site, then when someone is searching for electrician KCMO and you've got that written into your website, Google can make a match between your site and the search and knows that it's relevant to show up there. Let's go ahead and take a look at your site, Luke. So I'm here in the back end. This is a tool that I pay for, gives me all this detail. So there are 2 numbers here that you should take note of. The first one is that Google is indexing 0 keywords for you. That means none of these search phrases that anyone could be using to find you, you're not showing up for any of them. Okay, so this is a really good opportunity to change this for you. The second thing is the result of that is that you're getting 0 customers looking at your website per month, 0 traffic. This is very changeable. let me show you what one of your competitors is doing. So I came in here and I pulled the first guy off the list, Jeremy KC. Okay, let's have a look what they're doing. So firstly, you'll see that they are getting on average 740 people visiting their website per month. Now you can imagine how many people do you need to land on your site for you to talk to be able to turn them into customers. There's a lot of customers here, and you don't need to get all this traffic to have a very busy business. But we're talking about keywords here. So they have 1,700 keywords written through their site. This is a lot. And actually, you don't need this many to do a good job. But let's have a look and see what they're doing. Here's the sort of things we want to see here, Luke. Electrician, Kansas City, Missouri. And another version of that, electrician, Kansas City. There, Olith, Overland Park. Right? We start to target these various pockets of business around the place, and we can pick up a lot of business. Have a look at this. Electrician, Olith, Kansas City, Kansas. 150 people a month searching for that, and it's a very easy word to compete against. Okay? So the strategy here for your site, Luke, has to be write more content. And when you write more content to explain your services, figure out what all those keywords are, and write them all the way through your page, all the way through your site. And Google will know that you are relevant when those searches come up. Okay. The second thing here, moving along, are backlinks. So this is Google's popularity contest. You need lots of other sites to link back to your site. And you need those sites that link to you to be trustworthy. Because if Google trusts them, then they trust you. Currently, you have 7 links from 2 different domains. Let's have a look and see what these guys are doing. So they've gone gangbusters. They've gone overboard. They have, as you can see, the numbers here, 1,700 backlinks from 235 domains. Now, you don't need that many. Okay, you need to pick the best ones, the high-powered, very relevant to your industry backlinks. We reach out to those sites. We ask them to link back to you. Sometimes you pay, sometimes you just register. And once you get those links coming in, it drives power to your site, and you start getting some of this volume here. By the way, when you're writing content, I wanted to mention to you, you guys do a whole bunch of different services. You've got a lot of opportunity to not only write in, I showed you electrician, but I know you guys do more than this. You find out all those keywords for all the services, and you get a lot of traffic. Okay. Anyway, I just finished talking about backlinks. The last thing is, Luke, citations. So that is the number of times that your business name, address, and phone number are mentioned anywhere on a directory online. Okay, the more times you get that, and really you want to beat your competition by at least 200. It's a volume game. This gives you a good chance of winning this map pack, the first results that anyone sees when they use Google. And if you're here, and if someone's searching for you by mobile phone, they can call you with one touch of a button directly from this listing to your phone. It really gets the phones ringing. So there you go. I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to show you this number one more time. 740 searches this company is getting. You can get a piece of that. So Luke, all these things that I've mentioned to you, you can actually start changing tomorrow. You can start writing content for your site. You can start pulling in these keywords, getting these backlinks and citations, and you will see a big lift in your business. KCMO it's a busy city. I own properties there, and I know that there's always work going on for the trades, and I'd love to see you get some of that work. If you want any help putting any of these strategies together, that's the work that I do, and I'm more than happy to help. If you simply have questions, reach out to me, and I'll talk you through this. I'm more than happy to do that too, with no obligation. So Luke, without further ado, I'm going to send this to you. Thank you for watching my video. I hope that you find it useful. I'd love your feedback, and wish you all the best.